Last week on Talk SA, we looked at the health benefits and stigmas attached to medical male circumcision.
Uhlaleleni ngoba isikhathi sifikile. Hamba emtholampilo seduze nawo umahala akhokhwa uyangena uthi ngizosika ujwabu bakutshela ukuthi uzinakekele kanjani bese ngemva kwaloko ubusu right.
Many thanks to Anton John for your post on our Facebook page. Keep talking, South Africa.
I'ma earn you right, spend you right, let you blow like sexy currency.
Today on Talk SA, we discuss beauty pageants. We meet some of the beautiful people that compete on beauty and actually allow us to judge. Why do they do it? And what do they expect to get out of it?
She say she speak no English.
Miss Facebook South Africa, they don't look at the beauty, they look at personality and who you are.
If I feel beautiful, they'll be able to see me as face.
Beauty pageants have become such a big part of our society. Miss South Africa, Miss Soweto, Mr. Gay South Africa. The list is endless. And every year there's a different kind of beauty pageant. So my question to you is, why are beauty pageants so popular in South Africa? I mean, why must we compete about beauty? Personally, I love watching beauty pageants. I love arguing about who's going to win, who's not going to win, who's pretty, who's not pretty. So today on Talk SA, we are talking about beauty pageants. What concept of beauty do they create for you? What is beautiful for you, and how often do you think about it? We caught up with some pageant contestants of a different kind. Miss Facebook took place for the very first time, and we asked the finalists the question. We're here about to have a chat with Miss Facebook South Africa contestants and the organizer. As you can see, they're absolutely stunning young ladies. Tell me, what was the experience of being part of Miss Facebook like?
The experience nearly monate because no refitla no tlhakana fela ne ba sa lebelle hore o na le height kanang o skin sa hao se byang ne ba no tsia like the willing thing if you feel confident ka.
And do you think that you have to look a certain way, or you've got to have certain hair or whatever in order to be part of a beauty pageant like Miss Facebook?
With Miss Facebook South Africa, it's different. Ka hore abashebe hore o byang. True beauty comes within. Hai ka montle. You can have the worst personality, but you are very beautiful. And for some of us, Miss Facebook South Africa, they don't look at the beauty, they look at personality and who you are.
And when a baby face, utole most of the likes, or the highest amount of likes for the contest there, Miss Facebook. Why do you think that is?
I think it's I'm friendly, so people haven't bangtanda, cause I'm like famous even go Facebook. So I take a chance. And then I took the chance, ngafaka photo and told my friends ukuthi bangivotele and benza kanjalo nje. So I think it's ukuthi ngiyahleka ngifani ngithanda abantu, it's something like that. Yes.
And tell me, Nomsa, why is it? I mean, when you look at all the girls, they're stunning, né? But everyone's got straight hair or braided hair. I don't see any dreadlocked people here. How come?
Because Latera in Miss Facebook is based on hair beauty, so we also supply hair beauty to African women affordably.
Because when you look at Amanyama pageants like Miss South Africa, you know, you won't find people with natural hair. You won't find bigger girls. You have to be a size 26, or, you know, you have to be small. You won't have fine dreadlocks. Why is that? What do you guys think? Who wants to answer first?
I think society like these days, like when you look, society tells you to be a certain way, so re setse re tlwaetse hore ke tshwantse ke be le moriri o straight hore ke kgone ho tsenela a beauty pageant, or else nna moriri wa ka naturally my hair ke afro. So yeah, with Miss Facebook bantse re ke ntse ke le bjao ke na le afro. So it's not about what society tells us, it's about the way rena re feelang ka teng.
With beauty pageants and stuff like that, they concentrate more on beauty and size. And with some things like Miss Facebook South Africa, people would like to enter Miss Beauty Pageant, but they can't because of their size and because of their hair and their physical appearance. So yeah.
Longer, tall girls.
Fanele ube tall.
Tall, you have to be
have
tall
to be
and
not
skinny.
thick. So we would never, because okay, I'm thick, so
I'm short, but then
You
I
never
would
could.
participate.
Beauty pageants that you need to be tall, slender, and a certain height. So for me, it's not my thing.
And Nikki Jelly, what was the whole process like? What are the different stages that you've been through in order to get to the point where you are a finalist?
I was invited by someone into the group. I never knew to be then I saw people uploading photos. Then I took my chance, uploaded my photo. Then there were, I think, 3 phases. The first phase, I qualified, yeah. Then the second phase, I also qualified. Then came the last phase. That was like the most difficult phase out of them all. A lot of people I don't know, I think about 200, right? Then from there, I started asking my friends to vote for me, vote for me, vote for me. And us in between the girls would ask, vote for me, I'll vote for you, Peg. That's how it was. Then at the end, we all made it.
Tell me, would any of you enter another pageant like mhlambe Miss Soweto, Miss South Africa?
Yes, mina nga enter, but then it's gonna differ ngokuthi bafuna umuntu onjani. Like angeke bangitshele ngesize yami, angeke bangitshele ngokuthi i-height yami ngakanani, and if siyilogo avele nga enter. Na kanjani? I'll go for it.
Into ebazoyibheka kimi i-height. So I've always wanted to get into the modeling industry. And then into eningi bangitshela abantu ukuthi i-height yakho izokubhitha ngoba angeke ukwazi ukungenela. So into engayingenela maybe Face of Africa, because I'm really looking into the modeling thing.
After the break on Talk Say, we hear about how these pageants help to define our concept of beauty in South Africa.
what's the worst that could happen?
It's all done. It's all done. Yeah, but it's all done. See? Look how pretty it looks. How was it bad, was it?
We are here at the Soweto Hotel. We're going to be talking to Lebogang Mongai, who is Miss Soweto, and we're going to find out what she thinks about beauty pageants. So tell us about being Miss Soweto. When were you crowned and why did you enter?
I was crowned on the 4th of December. Frankly, I couldn't believe that I had won something, but I was excited nonetheless. I entered the beauty pageant because I believed in the change that I could make in my community. I understood that beauty pageants were about finding an ambassador for the community, and I felt I'm the perfect person for that job.
And what do you plan on doing with your reign and beyond that?
Before I was crowned, I already decided that there's a huge issue of safety in my community, and there are things that I feel that I need to do to implement some sort of strategy to help prevent children from drowning or being victims of car accidents. So I figured, listen, I've got some sort of strategy and I'd like to use Miss Soweto as my platform. I'm studying an honors in economics. I also have an undergraduate in economics, so I definitely believe that I could definitely use this reign to help me as well further myself in trying to develop my community, because economics is all about development.
So that defies the whole idea that beauty queens have pretty faces, but they've got nothing in between their brains.
I think that's a harsh generalization. How everybody comes down so hard on people who enter beauty pageants and say that they're beauty without brains. I definitely don't believe that that's true. I've entered a lot of beauty pageants and I've had the chance to meet extraordinary young women who have great views for our community, for our nation as a whole. So that's a harsh generalization, I think.
People should also acknowledge that they are humans and they've got brains. So let's not exclude that.
You shouldn't just be a pretty face there, not being able to know what issues are going around in the world, and you know, what value are you going to add if basically you were to be, you know, crowned a Miss South Africa or Miss SAT in South Africa.
What would be your definition of beauty?
Beauty is definitely something that is on the inside. If you're beautiful on the inside, it's definitely going to show on the outside. If you love yourself, it's going to show on the outside. So I definitely think that's what's beauty. Because if we all look at it, aesthetics, we're going to have a big problem, because what you consider to be beautiful may be different for somebody else.
If I feel beautiful, they'll be able to see me as beautiful.
Your personality, that I would say, makes it beautiful.
Miss Soweto, Miss South Africans, they shouldn't feel, oh yeah, I'm beautiful, I'm more beautiful than other girls or other boys. So like, it's not like that. You won based on your individual character.
So how come we don't see beauty queens with dreadlocks, afros?
The unfortunate thing is that they base their entry requirements on the entry requirements of Miss World and Miss Universe. And in those requirements, it states that you need to have straight hair. So for us black girls, we need to put in a bit of a weave and get our hair straightened because we want to get into those fields of being beauty queens.
So gahle, it looks like, you know, pageants define what beauty is.
You see, that's the job that young women like me need to do. We're black South Africans. We need to take those rules and say, listen, this is not what the average South African looks like. We want a girl who's got dreads, so we definitely need to challenge those. Let's not follow the rules. Let's make our own. So I definitely think that it's important for us to raise our opinions as beauty queens and say, come on, we need to have straight hair, blue eyes is not what everybody else looks like. We need to have girls with dreadlocks. We need to have girls with bald hair. Yeah.
If you had a child, would you let them enter a beauty pageant?
You know, when I was 6 years old, in grade 1, and then Mama, Miss Princess Primary School. And then she looked at me and said, okay, I didn't win. And in fact, she was more heartbroken than I was. But then I think I want to do this. Encourage them. What's the worst that could happen?
It's all done. It's all done. Hey, it's all done. Yeah, but it's all done. See? Look how pretty it looks. That wasn't bad, was it? Okay, lay back.
Yes, it
lay back.
No.
Just one more.
I would like to say that beauty doesn't play a part in winning pageants, but they're called beauty pageants for a reason.
Don't tear it!
I will never ever let my child enter a beauty pageant. No.
I think if my daughter wanted to go, I wouldn't do anything to stop her. I'd warn her about like drug use and eating disorders. In the contestants of beauty pageants, I'd say, look, it's not something I would have chosen for you, but I'm not going to stop you from doing it.
Now you seem very family orientated and focused, and just a normal girl next door. What are you like at home?
My mom turned to the lady who's managing me right now, and she's like, Miss Soweto, no Miss Soweto. She cleans my house first, and then she can go to your arrangements. So that is how it works in my household. There's no, hey, I've got my nails done, Mom, I can't wash the dishes. She just says you need to make a way around that. You're a daughter first. You're a granddaughter to somebody first, you're a sister first, and then after that, Miss Soweto.
Super. Thanks so much for chatting to us. You're great.
Thank you for having me.
Beauty, it's not about it's not about you're skinny or you're a bit big or you're tall. It's about
Okay, so now that we've heard from the contestants, I'm interested to see what the beauty salons have to say. Surely they benefit from our obsession with beauty.
Well, I think beauty pageants are the ones that where we see the natural beauty of our ladies that we have.
What do you think makes a woman beautiful?
Her natural features, like for instance, should have natural hair and stuff like that. So I don't really believe in the fake plastic hairs that we see our ladies having.
And you're talking about fake hair. What do you think about the fact that there's a universal and a worldly criteria that if beauty queens have got natural hair or dreadlocks, then they aren't allowed to win? So they have to have a weave, they have to have straight hair that's a certain length. What do you think about that?
No, actually, I didn't know about that. So I don't think it's a good thing, actually. Because when we look at beauty, I thought we're actually looking at natural, someone's natural beauty. Like for instance, if we take, I would suppose the ladies from Asia or whatever, do they also have to have the fake hair?
They have to have a certain length.
Yeah.
So if they've got short hair like a bob, it won't work. And if our Miss SA goes with her dreadlocks, if she has, it won't work. So that's why with us, certain pageants, Miss Soweto, Miss SA, all of them aren't allowed to have women with natural hair.
Then I think they should be allowed. I'm definitely against the fact for this fake hair and stuff like that.
You're agreeing with what I'm saying when I'm saying that it looks like beauty pageants are defining what a woman should look like, what size she wears, what her height is. You agree with me?
Yes. Ngicabanga ukuthi akameli ukuthi bakutshela ukuthi fanele ubheke kanjani. I think kufanele babheke intelligence, the way uzomake i-country yakho proud. It's not by personality ukuthi the way ubonakala ngakhona. I think ukuthi kufanele kube intelligent uzoyenza i-country ibe proud. Mabakubuza ama question or something like that uzophendula ngendlela right. So I don't think ukuthi ukuba maybe too much islender or uba mude or kangakanani mase bakubuza something then you'll stuck. Angazi uyangizwisisa ukuthi ngizama ukuthini. Yeah. So I think akufanele ukuthi I don't think ukuthi kufanele bakutshele ukuthi ubukeke kanjani, ubonakale kanjani kahle kahle.
And tell me, do you think there should be pageants for everybody, for guys, for people with disabilities, for children?
Beauty, it's not about it's not about you're skinny or you're a bit big or you're tall. It's about like you will feel beautiful, and that doesn't mean so there definitely should be beauty pageants for every person.
But why must you enter a pageant to prove to yourself or to others that you are worthy or beautiful? I mean, why do we even have pageants?
Yeah, that's the other thing, what society tells us, you know. Society you have to live a certain way. You have to be a certain way. So, no, if I mention the word beauty pageant, what comes to mind, one has to be tall, one has to be skinny, one has to be a certain way. Because society, one doesn't have to prove to somebody when as long as I mean, that ends there. What somebody thinks about you doesn't really matter. What has to matter is your own voice. If we're now kipila, I mean, certainly already your mind knows kipila. I mean, because
but do we need pageants? You know, I mean, like Audrey's saying, you know, you don't need anyone else to tell you that you're beautiful. So why must we enter pageants? Is there use for them?
Yes, yazi why? Ngoba into ithandayo. Into ephuma kuwe, something evela kuwe ngaphakathi. It's fine ungazitshela ukuthi umuhle and confidence in the way ubonakala ngakhona. But then if into ithandayo, I think we need pageant, hey? I think so. Ngoba it's something if ayikho and when inside, maybe like you were born ufuna kuba miss ubanibani noma miss whatever company noma yini, but then into ozitshela ukuthi ufuna kuba yiyo. So manje ngekho pageant I think uzoyenza kanjani.
And do you think that we need pageants for children? Because there's quite a few pageants for the little kids. What do you think about that?
A big, big no.
Have you ever been in love? He's my best friend, best of all best friends. Do you have a best friend too? He tickles in my tummy, he is so yummy, yummy. Hey, you should get a best friend too. Hello, baby, can I see a smile?
I'm going to a party and it's gonna be wild.
When you take children, aba isa go di beauty pageants tse di sone, ba gola ba na le ego eo ya hore nna ke pila ha ona motho a tlo mphalang, and ba tepotsa a ba tswa ka mola, and a bana le chomi tse dintsi le ntse tse di bala ka gore ba dula le ba le one, ba tepotsa hore ke nna le ntse tse di bana. A ke dumelane hore bana there must be a beautiful pageant for bana. A ke dumelane le yona ntho eo.
Thanks so much, ladies. It's been wonderful talking to you. Very insightful, and we wish you all the best in the future. Some of our biggest role models as women are beauty queens. Basetsana Khumalo and Karishni Naika have made an amazing success of their lives. Now, it's clear that you need to be extremely confident in order to be a beauty queen or king. So leaders will emerge, and these people inspire me because they've got the guts to let us judge them. We judge their talents, their personality, and even their beauty. So obviously, in order to enter into a beauty pageant, you need to be clear as to what you're getting into. And if it's your children, you need to discuss it with them, especially disappointment.
Your nation builders of the week this week are Miss Facebook SA, Miss Soweto, and just natural hair. Next week on Talk SA,
This week in history saw the new National Party, formerly known as the National Party, close its doors and join the ANC. From then on, they will be contesting all elections under the banner of the ANC. Now, this is testimony of the full circle change that we've experienced here in South Africa. Until we see each other again, check out our Facebook page, Talk SA. You can also like my page, I Am Bama, or follow me on Twitter. Once again, I Am Bama. Till next week, Haribueng, Lat ons praat. Let's keep talking SA.